Good morning, good morning. Welcome. How are you feeling this morning?
Good morning. It's cold.
It's cold, isn't that nice?
Good morning, Sarah.
I like that myself. Feel free to put in the chat or you can come off of mute if you like. Tell us what animal represents how you're feeling at work this week. Hmm. Oh. Brian, busy bee was not one of the options, but it works. Nellie, you feel like that Chihuahua, huh? Hmm. I've got a little bit of that. I feel you. Trisha, that monkey, I can't tell. It's just really concentrating, focused, maybe a little annoyed. I can't exactly tell. Let's say, how are you feeling at work and why? Let me change this up.
I love that picture. This is what I feel like. I'm still gonna keep an eye on my schedule because I have these two patients that are due to come in for
Good
IC
morning,
visit.
everyone.
This one will be a TV meeting. So my IC visit, by the time we're done here. Can you hear me? So I don't know why I can hear my echo. You doing it? Oh, it's a purpose. It's the meeting. You have an echo? You have the microphone. Oh, I do.
Cold and shaking. It's funny how they shake. Those little puppies. Look at that owl's face. Doesn't it make you happy? Cute. I can identify with you, Amy. I have the softest comforter. I found it at Pottery Barn. And I love that comforter. It just like now that it's cold, I do not want to get out of bed at all.
I'm with you. I got a down comforter that I don't get out
Oh,
of bed because of it, and neither does my dog.
nice. Elephants, loss of collaborative meetings. Feel free to come off of mute to answer this question too, if you like. I'm trying to figure out how to claim the host on this. Hold on a second. Right, I'm sorted. Yay. Um, let's see. A bear because the winter is coming. Who survives the winter without a bear? Oh, that's cute. I don't see a bear on the screen, but I appreciate the comment. I call my husband Bear. Uh, my son won at school for good grades and participation. I don't see a sheep either, but FFA, very nice. Congratulations, Christina. Love it when our kids thrive. Christina, is your son a real cowboy?
Yes,
Does he
ma'am.
wear boots and everything?
Yes, he does parades and events. He was in the Old Timers Parade in Madera.
Very cool. I love it.
And I'll send you the link later. He's also in the San Francisco Chronicle highlighted, so I'll send you the story later.
Oh, cool. If you feel comfortable, I'm sure people would love to read it. You can put it in the Teams chat for the all staff.
Yes.
A polar bear against the white background. Oh, I see, Julie. He's incognito, your polar bear. Alma, you look like you feel like the owl getting ready for the day. You must be a morning person. An elephant, I'm abnormally hungry. Something tells me, Carl, that you probably can eat a colossal amount of food, being tall and slim. You just look like somebody who has the metabolism that you can eat whatever you want to. All right. Anyone else want to come off of mute? Talk about how they're feeling this morning? It is a foggy fall sort of day. It's nice to see the fog because we haven't had the fog, very much of it in the last few years. Okay, Naomi feels like the chameleon, wearing several hats, as I'm sure most of us do, getting a lot done, several different projects. I like that interpretation of the chameleon. This one, like he's got his eyes are just a little bit different. It makes me think of that character in Sing, that old lady whose eyeball I think falls out and rolls on the floor. Super funny. Well, thank you all for sharing about how you're feeling this week. Feel free to talk about that a little bit when we do breakout as well. Just wanted to share our photograph. Well, I put this in all staff, but this is big and on the screen, you can see everyone. I thought it turned out really, really well. I'm going to use this on our holiday card that we send out via email to everyone. But thanks for hanging back and being a part of the photo. Love seeing all of your faces all together and in person. We have several birthdays between now and our next meeting. Lisa Valios on the 26th, just a couple days away. Happy birthday to you, Lisa. Ariana Mazzola on the 28th. Happy birthday. Emily Hudak on the 31st, Halloween baby, happy birthday. That had to be fun growing up, or maybe a little annoying. I have a cousin who was born Christmas Day, and he hated it. Because he didn't want to have everybody make a big deal on his birthday and everybody was getting together. Sanoon Hong on the 2nd of November. Happy birthday, Sanoon. And Julie Gregson, happy birthday on the 3rd. All of our October and into November birthdays. I hope you have a great birthday this year. How lovely to be born in the fall. We have a couple updates in terms of folks that are moving around a little bit. There are a couple different reasons for this. Pawn was really excited about the opportunity to move into our California Children's Services program. Since we had a vacancy there, she raised her hand to move into that spot. And so we will be looking for, well, I think we've identified a nurse. I can't be sure, but nothing to announce as of yet, for the clinic, to replace Pawn's role there in the clinic. But also we have a clinical services assistant that's a part of our mobile team, Melissa, and we're going to have her step into the clinic because Gladys, who is our clinical services assistant in the clinic, was promoted, congratulations, Gladys, to health education specialist in communicable disease. The supervision rules for clinicians made it very difficult for us to enable Melissa to really use all of her skills as a medical assistant. That's the license on the mobile team. And so we'll really be able to have her do a lot more with that license in the clinic. So we're excited about that. Congratulations, ladies, on these new roles and the promotion, Gladys. We have lots of October activities. Do we have someone from Culture Club who's available to talk us through all of these fun things? Anyone from Culture Club on the line?
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir. Oh,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead, Gracie. Okay, I'll go. So good morning, everyone. It's Aurelie. For our Culture Club October activities, we have our Spooky Basket raffle. So our Spooky Baskets are placed in clinic, and we have 2 baskets this year. So tickets are $1 each, or $5 for 6 tickets. And you could get those tickets from any Culture Club representative or at our Gateway location with Clarissa or myself. The raffle is going to be October 31st at 12 at Gateway. You can also Cash App or Venmo Brian Preciado. His Cash App and Venmo are on the slide. And we are encouraging staff to partake in our costume contest. Share photos of their costume in the team's chat by October 31st. And the costume with the most likes will win a prize. So we'll announce the winner on November 1st at 3 p.m. And we have also a pumpkin painting contest. Show off your creativity by sharing a photo of your painted pumpkin in the team's chat on October 30th. From 8 to 5. So the winner with the most likes will also be announced on October 31st. So I think it's really neat that everybody shares their photos on our all staff teams chat. So we really encourage people to participate in our October activities.
Thanks, Aurelie. We'll send the slides out for this so that you have it, or we'll put this particular slide in the all staff Teams chat, so you have that, but I also put in the meeting chat the Cash App and Venmo handles for your raffle tickets. Construction update. I think it's Brian or Brenda.
Yeah, good morning. I can provide that. A lot of things happening in the next couple of weeks for everyone to be aware of. Next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 28th, 29th, 30th, the electrical team has to swap out a couple of electric panels. And so the second floor will be without power. And there will be some specific outlets that won't have any electricity at all. So we're asking that no staff come to the building on those 3 days. So if you were planning to come in to use the workroom or to do anything else, please try to make other arrangements because we're trying to not interfere with that work next week. And also it may not be safe without any electricity up on the second floor. With those panels, the kitchen and the break room are pretty affected. So the outlets that run the refrigerators will not be working for those 2 or 3 days. So if anybody has any food in the fridge that they kind of left behind to have when you return, it'd be a good idea to clear them out because on Monday I plan to go in and remove everything from those refrigerators. So if you have anything that you really want, I recommend coming in today or Monday afternoon after 3:30 to come pick up your items. I think there's some dressings and some other stuff, but I also believe there's some lunch boxes in there that I don't know how long I've been in there, and they may be pretty suspicious when you open them up. So if you have a lunchbox in the refrigerator, you may want to come pick that up anyway. So that's for the electrical panels. Also, in the next couple of weeks, a lot of work will be done in the middle area of the second floor where Community Wellness and Epic used to sit. We are installing 2 electrical boxes, panels on the floor. And so we have to remove all of the furniture from that area and then create space so they could do the work. And then they're going to bring in the new furniture with the new configuration that Sarah had sent a while ago. There are still a few lingering supplies. I'm not sure which departments they belong to, but if you used to sit in any of those workstations and you have any personal effects that are still on the desks or any boxes or anything left in the filing cabinets, please arrange to come and clear those out as soon as possible because also I'm planning by maybe Monday morning. Anything left behind, we're going to clear out. If it looks like office supplies, we're going to put it in our supply room. If it's boxes of unrecognizable material, we're going to have to try to figure out where to store those. But we have a few lingering things. So if you think you might have left anything there, please come and clear out those areas because we will be moving all of the furniture out in that area. In that same vein, fiscal section is going to have a lot of work being done in their area as well. So the current setup, they don't have enough data ports for the amount of staff and workstations they have. So the electricians are going to come in and actually install more data ports. They're also going to update some of the electrical outlets and add more to some of the walls. They need to go in and investigate which ones they're going to do. They can't do that until all that furniture is moved out as well. So just a heads up, I've already communicated with fiscal and Carl's team about what that's gonna look like. But just so you know, there's going to be a lot of activity over there. They're going to have to remove all the furniture from the fiscal corner as well, and then do all of the electrical work. They're also getting some new furniture, so that'll get them ready for when our core company will come in and install the new configurations. And then lastly, next week, they're going to be doing some work in the parking lot as well. I believe they're moving the handicap stall from one side to the next. There's going to be a lot of asphalt and concrete pouring during that time. So just be aware that if you enter through our normal entrance into the parking lot, there may be some congestion, road construction happening there. You may want to enter from the other side off of 14.5 and to come in through that way. Or I'm sorry, what is that? Road 28? Tozier Road?
Dozier.
Tozier, yeah. So don't come in through Sunrise if you can avoid it, just because there's going to be some congestion there. And if you're coming in for a county vehicle, probably plan on exiting out that other side, the east side exit of the parking lot, because there'll probably be a lot of construction over on the west side. Other than that, things are moving right along. They're also working on tiling the bathrooms downstairs, the new bathrooms. We don't have any new photos to share with you yet because they're still doing a lot of work. And I think Sarah really wanted to kind of show you a more finished product. So once all the walls and all of the tile is complete, then we'll share some really cool photos with you all. And that's all I have for construction.
Great. I do have a video. I'm trying to figure out how to get it from my phone onto the Teams chat. There was a glitch in being able to do that, but I'm going to try and get it done today. Of what's going on downstairs. It's really starting to come together because they put drywall on the walls, a lot of the walls. So you can, as you're walking through, it's much easier to actually see where the rooms are. I have some frustrating news with regards to timeline. It turns out the construction is like a box of chocolates and you don't know what you're gonna get. And we've had two things that have impacted the timeline again. We have ongoing issues with regards to electrical, and all of these are kind of dependent on one another. And also the date that we were provided for when the frames for the doors and windows on the second floor were going to arrive and could be installed. We were given the wrong date. So it's not as early as we'd hoped. And then yesterday, when we had conversations about these electrical panels, that is further impacting the date. So we were thinking December 1st. If we can get things scheduled at the right times for potentially closing the lab for a week and things like that because of having to shut down power at different times to replace these panels. If we can do it all before December 1st, then we will be back on the second floor December 1st. If we can't get that all scheduled, then we're obviously looking at dates that are further back than that. I know nobody is more frustrated than me. There were Teams messages to the various people of you owe me, things like that, because we have been talking about getting back into the building, and I personally, I am feeling frustrated by this, and I'm sorry if you're also feeling frustrated. I miss being in person with folks. I think that the work is different. I miss seeing your faces outside of boxes like this, and I think that there are real benefits to us having time together. So I'm sorry about how this is sorting out. It is, to be honest, my experience with construction in the past. When we built this building, I think we were supposed to move in several months before we actually moved in, and the same thing happened. There's just things that come up, and there's lots of what they call dependencies in construction. This has to be done before this can be done, and if that contractor can't come till this date, then that gets put out, and it just kind of pushes the whole timeline. It's very common. This is not outrageously unusual for a construction project. It just happens to be impacting us. So annoying. But we are applying as much pressure as we have control to be able to get into the building as soon as we can. Thanks for being patient. I encourage you during this time. I know that there was this, the Culture Club had put together an activity encouraging everyone to connect and have coffee together because it was National Coffee Day. What I'd say is, it's easy to default to Teams because you can wear your sweatpants and you don't really have to like get as ready as you would being in person. But I'd encourage you, schedule some of your meetings in person and utilize some of our other meeting spaces in the county, or go to coffee or have lunch with a colleague and connect person to person. I think it really is important, especially as we're heading into the fall. The effects of less sun and things like that, it's going to be really important for you to connect with folks. And you can do it on work time if you're doing work at the same time, right? So, of course, you have friends and family that you're able to connect with, but it really does make a difference in the work if you're able to periodically be in person with others. So really encourage you to do that. I know that your managers and and leads are facilitating some of those in-person experiences as well. Up next, we are very close to our Heart Walk. Do we have one last update?
Hello, good morning. Yes, we do. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to finally see the final announcement of our Heart and Stroke walk happening this Saturday, October 25th. The event kicks off at 8 a.m. and the walk officially begins at 9. For those who are joining us, we'll be meeting at 8:30 next to the Access Coffee Bar to take a group picture before we hit the trail. A huge shout out to everybody who contributed to the donations and t-shirt purchases. Your support means a lot. If you did purchase a t-shirt, an email got sent out on Tuesday with all the details. And with that being said, Madera County Department of Public Health staff raised $625. Our goal was 250, so I'm excited for that we raised almost tripled of what our goal was. And also, I wanted to do it fun and do the raffle. So I know we do have a little spin the wheel. So if somebody could help me with that one, I think was Gracie was going to pull that one up. We are going to go ahead and raffle. So if you purchase a raffle ticket, this is the time. So good luck, everybody. And whoever's there, thank you. We'll see you Saturday. And whoever's the winner, I will contact you.
Good morning, all. And before while Gracie's getting that, but I just want to say a big shout out to Nelly because she's really led this and put so much effort and put the hamper together. So thank you to everyone for donating. We reached the target and we're really excited for Saturday. But just a big shout out to Nelly because she's really kind of taken this role. And I've been the co-lead and she's definitely been leading all efforts. So thanks, Nelly.
Thank you. So let's see. Good luck, everybody. Congrats, Guillermo. You are a winner. I will send you an email shortly. And thank you, everybody, again for your donation contribute to this.
It's rigged. That's funny, Brian. Congratulations, Guillermo. I don't know if he's on the line. Hold on. Okay. Forgive us as we're juggling around a bit with screens. Here we are, our mobile van. This one is the green one. The survey revealed thing 1 and thing 2. That is what we have named our vans. And thing 1 is number 1, not number 2. Yellow, number 1. And green is number 2. Awesome. It's super hilarious. Okay. How many of you have seen this slide before? Give me an emoji if you've seen it. All right. Several people have seen it. Do you remember our old one? It looked like a fan. It replaced that slide because we did have kind of an update and look and feel for how we were presenting things for our strategic plan and our mission and vision and values. Thank you to the comms team for that design. The vision is our destination. That's what we're trying to get to. So we want to have a community in which there's a commitment to community from partners that we work with all around the county. We have accessible and affordable quality healthcare. We have safe neighborhoods, minimal communicable disease, healthy behavior at every age, engaged collaborative leadership, economic vitality, because of course, if people are thriving and they're not struggling with the challenges of poverty and the stress of multiple jobs, maybe, then they're far more likely to thrive and their health has a positive outcome as related to that. And then it feeds the access to other important things related to health. Valid and reliable public health data. We are really focused on data. And we met yesterday with our new director of information technology. It communicated how important data is to our department and how we want to be data driven for quality improvement, for innovation, for measuring how well we're doing in our interventions and being able to adjust and improve. Our vision is a clean environment, and our resilience program is leaning into that. Accessible and affordable healthy food. We're still going to be working on that, regardless of whether or not we have specific funding from CalFresh Healthy Living. And an ongoing basis, there's efforts to really work with our partners to understand what other funding sources might be able to be diverted to help us continue that important work. And WIC, of course, is a major contribution to this initiative as well. I hope that you can see your work and your program, how it contributes to our vision in trying to get to this destination. It is deliberately aspirational. But this is the sandbox. This is the place that where we live and we're working to be able to have an impact on the community and the people of Madera County. We have a mission that keeps us on the road towards that vision, and that is to lead, protect, and empower. That's what we do every day, each of us from our individual roles, to be able to get us closer to the vision that we see for Madera County. And then we have our culture of honor values that keep us on that road. They help us be able to lead and protect and empower in a way that's truly impactful. And that is integrity, collaboration, opportunity, innovation, and service. So these things work together. We know where we're headed. We know how we're getting there. We're leading, we're protecting, and we're empowering. And our values help us be able to lead, protect, and empower. So we're going to spend some time in breakout groups this morning, and I want us to answer 3 questions. It really is focused on our mission this morning. I want you to answer from your role with your group. How do you lead? What things do you do? In what ways do you lead? How do you protect? And you might be protecting in lots of different ways. And how do you empower? So it's fairly straightforward: lead, protect, empower. Hopefully, you know those 3 words at all already, but the purpose is for you to really reflect and talk through with a couple colleagues how it is that you do this in your specific role and the things that you do every day. Because again, our mission is about what we do every day to be able to get to our vision. So I'm going to put you in breakout groups. Okay, welcome back. Do we have any other announcements before we adjourn today? Brian.
Morning, everyone. I just put a few minutes ago in the all staff chat. Just wanted to remind everyone that we have one of our current QI projects doing some data collection from all of you in regards to identifying challenges and barriers for completing QI projects. So if you all have a few minutes this morning, we would really appreciate your feedback. There is the link to the Qualtrics survey in that comment on the all staff chat. So the deadline has been extended to this Friday, so if we can really capture your feedback by then, we would really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian. And Aurelie reminded me that the new nurse in the clinic is Jasmine, and we welcomed her in our last meeting. So Jasmine Gonzalez is the nurse in the clinic. Sorry for my oversight on that. It's hard to track. There's a lot of you. So glad the clinic is whole. Any other announcements? All right. Our next meeting is November 6th. Gracie snuck this picture of my pen on there. That pen was a gift from my team from Fresno County. And so it's just a pen, but it has some sentimental value to me. And we lost it at the last in-person all staff. I brought it downstairs. I never take it out of my office, and I did. So I don't know where it landed. I'm not gonna be upset if it landed in someone's backpack or something like that. I would just love to have it back. If you come across it, please let me know. And if not, we'll see you November 6th, right here.
Have
Enjoy
you
this foggy
asked
day.
the
I'm
construction
sorry.
staff? Have you asked the construction staff? Maybe they've seen it.
Yeah, I've looked around. I haven't seen it. Yeah. Thanks for the thought. All right. Enjoy this foggy fall day. See
Bye,
you soon.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Elsa, you have your hand raised?
No, I was trying to say goodbye. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Bye.